Hi, I'm Liberty James. This is my CCR presentation. Okay, so first question is, how does your project use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? I would definitely say my film goes towards conventions, as the plot was typical: a group of girls having fun at the ocean and one supposedly gets attacked by a shark. That's not really a unique plot. I mean, look at Jaws and The Meg, both top movies. So many films have been made towards the storyline. The main protagonist was chosen because she's short and petite and gives off that dumb schoolgirl vibe, which is why she was chosen to be the one attacked, because I feel in many films it's the dumb characters that get harmed towards them, which I know a lot of teenage girls can relate to that with their own friend groups. Then there are subtle hint towards depression with one of the characters. She makes a tiny hint about her parents not even realizing she's gone and she's not really cared for. I wanted to add that in because I knew that happens to a lot of teenagers these days, and I feel like they would get that even though it's subtle. Lastly, the character made mention of wearing a red bikini top because she was supposed to be mature and kind of person who speaks the truth, not giving a care of emotion. I wanted the red to symbolize her maturity and how she's the introverted one with attitude problems toward the audience. Second question is, how does your project engage with the audience, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? My project engages with a certain demographic. I would say this demographic is mostly for teenage girls ranged from 12 to 18. Since our film, we chose the beach, and more specifically the beach at nighttime. I can even state that when we went there was no elder people. It was more of a mix of groups or friends of young couples. In the film, we are a group of teenage girls going to the beach at night to have some fun together, because that is often an activity other teenage girls would do. They would be the ones interested in watching it. Additionally, the costumes that were chosen catch the eye of teenage girls as they relate, because that would be something they would also wear. The costumes could also go towards male gaze theory, as what they are wearing is a bit revealing. But that wasn't intended for this film. If I actually distributed this film, I would probably pick YouTube, as it's a very commonly used app by the teenage demographic. It's a free website, so it's quite appealing to my audience. Third question is, how did your production skills develop throughout this project? My production skills really developed significantly over time. First off, my teamwork skills. At the beginning of the year, I really didn't think working with people, especially my own friends, was going to work out. But over time, I soon realized that for this type of project, you need to work with people. There was no way I was getting anything done without them. In addition, working with the production equipment was a bit of a struggle for me at first. I didn't know what anything was, and now I would never not use at least 2 sources of equipment for filming. Especially for my final film, the filmer used a stabilizer to keep her hands steady, and even more importantly, we used a special microphone because the winds of the beach were so strong. And even with the microphone, you could just barely hear us. And lastly, number 4 is, how did you integrate technologies / software / hardware and online in this project? So for my AICE film, I use CapCut to edit my project. CapCut is a free video editing platform that allows users to transform their CapCut edits into templates. I have used this source for every film and editing, and over time there has been extreme improvement. I remember from our first film there was no transition, it would be so blotchy. Now thanks to CapCut, my films flow smoothly between scenes. Due to CapCut, I was able to incorporate some of the transition and lighting skills we have learned over time, not to mention the angles and shots. Also, the music we wanted to incorporate, Could You Be Loved by Bob Marley, we added in during the editing, not when we were filming, since we wanted to be clear to the audience. Hopefully they will get that the song we picked is totally different mood from the storyline, which was done on purpose. Now here are some bloopers and behind the scenes. We had plenty of bloopers from this film, and here are just a few I picked out. Once you see, you will definitely see why they weren't included, and some you can totally see Abigail, aka the shark. The videos weren't uploading for some reason, so it's just photos for you guys. Next, I wanted to include a few photos of our setting. These are pictures of our setting and viewpoint of where we were filming. It was the Palm Beaches beach, and we specifically had to go at sunset, which is shown in the pictures. The one picture in the middle was actually a blood moon, which is very rare to see, so that was quite cool that we picked the night that there was going to be a blood moon. And then the picture on the right is a clear view of our sunset. And last slide here is our costume slide. The pictures on the left is our shark girl. She played the shark, and the shark fin on her back was bought on Amazon, actually. And then the pictures of the character in the red bikini top was included to go back to question 1, where I talked about the meaning of the color red and why I chose that color. Putting Abigail in the shark fin was actually so funny. That's the end of my CCR presentation. Thank you guys so much. Bye.